And we're on. All right. This happened Wednesday and Thursday. All right. All right, guys. So where's ChatGPT? So right now, you guys, I'm gonna go over. Pretty much, I'm gonna go over where the market left off last week, and where's it? Hello, hello, hello. There you go. All right, so I'm gonna go over what happened last week, what big events happened last week to know what's really going on with the market, and then also I'll put ChatGPT and update you guys to see. All right, so pretty much let's take this off. So here we have the S&P 500 in the daily time frame. So last week, last week we didn't have data, I believe Monday or Tuesday, and if we did, it was some light data. I think we ended up getting data Thursday and Friday, which I believe were labor data, and it didn't come out that good. Even though they didn't come out that good, it wasn't it wasn't im- it wasn't big important data enough to impact the market and make it go down. But what the market was paying attention to was because all you heard on social media was China, China, President Trump going to China. And what did you see on TV? You saw Trump with the crew with like Ocean 13s type of shit, the whole gang coming through. We're about to make some deals. So you as an investor, you seeing all this shit, you're like, oh shit, Trump's gonna go over there and he's gonna take care of shit, and tariffs are gonna go down and chips this and chips that, and you kept hearing that shit. You kept getting bombarded with, hey, Trump is going China, and look, everybody that he's taking. So you as an investor, you're like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna buy the S&P, I'm gonna buy I'm gonna buy Nvidia. Nvidia's gonna go flying up. Plus Nvidia has earnings Wednesday. So hell yeah, with this deal that Trump is gonna do, Nvidia's gonna fly, so is the S&P and whatnot. But you gotta remember, we still got the war. So look, let's see what we still got going on. So we still got here's the real story of what's happening, all right? So we still got tech. Tech is looking weak. If you look at your tech stocks, they reach an all-time high, but they from the after that they maintain this lower pressure. Nvidia is only one. Nvidia is either gonna save us or create some sort of down movement. Along with that, with war, and also bond yields or whatever yields going up. So all that, you got bond yields going up, you got oil going up, you got the whole war going on, and that's it so far. So we start sticky yields. Those yields you can see right here. So notice how where yields were being kept for all this time. We haven't been up here since May of damn a whole year. What a coincidence. Wow. And we're even going higher right now. We're forming a daily 3 candle box. Normally these tend to form to the upside. Wow, 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 yippee yo, yippee yay. My 50 Fibonacci's very important to know where the fuck they're at. All right. So we had once, I believe it was Thursday and Friday, Trump, no, Wednesday and Thursday, Trump going over there. But time was different over there. So evening was morning time to them. So the final decision for whatever they were having would be around 2 or 3 in the morning. So once I noticed that, so let's go. Here we have Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday when Trump talked. After Trump talked, um, what data came out? Something came out. Oh, yield. Overnight. What a coincidence that right after Trump is done and all the big news, because if you see the move, it was right here. It was right here, the setup. This is emotions get high. People see a new all-time high. People see, think about it. Trump just came back. Hell yeah, the market's gonna go up. But what happened? Yields start going higher and higher overnight. So now, so you see how they use yields in a way to justify why the market went down. And it's not, it wasn't a setup. It wasn't because we bombed you with all these clips of Trump going to China with the big crew and you seeing the S&P hit a new all-time high. It's not that. It's not that you saw the S&P skyrocket in the morning. No, it's not that. So yields started flying and the S&P took a dump. So now, after all this, we got no data Monday or Tuesday. We got the Fed FOMC on Wednesday. We got Nvidia on Wednesday, and we got Thursday initial jobless claims on Thursday. So that's gonna be your mover. Nvidia, it's either gonna help us just maintain, but jobless claims is gonna either gonna set us off and confirm it and fly more with the help of Nvidia, or is gonna, even though whatever Nvidia does, jobless claims is gonna push us, is gonna push us in the right direction. Nvidia is gonna be like a some sort of like a distraction, and I feel like Nvidia, because also another thing that happened is that supposedly we were gonna attack Iran, but we ended up postponing it. The market is trying to answer this temporary geopolitical stress or the beginning of a prolonged inflation and energy shock cycle. Trump delayed Iran strike. This temporary stop panic escalation Bush interpretation, immediate war risk pause, oil spikes low, but guess what? No, it didn't. See, so again, think about this. Trump just announced that he's not gonna strike them, so that takes the stress of the war somewhat off. So all you need to focus on so far for tomorrow, unless he changes his mind, is they're gonna say this time we're talking and it's serious. So either this time to take it serious and it's gonna be they're gonna have till Monday to talk over it. It's gonna be over the weekend. So even though the market does crash or whatever, they're gonna really try. They're gonna really try to stop the war this time because of the crash. They're gonna be started with earnings and data, and they're gonna try and maintain that with the S&P up with that. I'm thinking too much ahead, but it's really interesting how they're gonna play these cards or the possibilities of them playing what they're gonna be playing. So besides this bullshit right here, um, The market is reacting volatile to every Iran headline, oil, Fed implication, yields, yeah, China. So these are your things. That's out of the way already. Yields is still fucking very high. The Fed is Wednesday, and oil's high still. So, anyways, this is just bullshit. A whole bunch of bullshit that you're to maintain. So, a thing that Asia does, all right. So I'm gonna show you my candles and my boxes and whatnot, my drawings, and I'm gonna explain. You go back to the daily. Daily. Blue lines are your weekly. This is where the market closed for the week. See right here. Dailies is, I mean, the orange, these orange ones is where we close the daily. Yellow ones are 12-hour candles. So I box them up knowing that breaking those dailies and weeklies are gonna be hard to pass. So I break them out into sections. All right. So disconnected. Well, all right. So yeah, since we have the nobody's talking tomorrow, it's just gonna be Fed members talking Tuesday. See, talking. And also we gotta see what Trump is doing tomorrow. And hmm. Mm. 1 p.m. at the time. I think I talk. Middle Eastern, while the monetary policy schedule that will address the ongoing. All right, so Middle East. Doors, closed doors, 8 in the morning. Closed door, national brief. President Trump expected to convince a high level brief with top national security branch on the situation room. This meeting will focus on inclusivity on Iran. Camera briefing. This is the main public window. Via the events will take questions from the. Alright, cool. So at 10 in the morning. So at 10 in the morning. Alright. Gonna pay attention to this. Gonna wake up and add this to ChatGPT. Redo and add this. So I make sure that ChatGPT has this for tomorrow included in my notes. That way it takes considering. Mm. Mm, 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 mm. All right, this should be better. Cooking going straight with the Trump Tuesday schedule for potential. Yeah, this makes more sense because if you don't have no data in the morning to really tell you what's going on, you gotta listen to this fuckface because this fuckface gonna say more about the war. And since we don't have nothing about going on, we don't got no important data. We're gonna have motherfuckers just talking. We're gonna pay attention to him. And he's gonna move because tomorrow, just it makes fucking sense. You listen to him in the fucking morning. He's gonna mention about the war, this is that, striking tomorrow, talking, this is that. Once that shit gets out of the way, then you just hear the rest of the fuck faces talk. But tomorrow, that's why this fall that we're having right now, I don't believe it's gonna happen. I believe this is just a small fake out. And put my indicator on to find cushions. See, we're on top of a cushion right now. These are rallying cushions. You need to stay above them to keep on rallying. The fact that we're holding above one is very interesting. On the forward candle, we're right above one, and it makes fucking sense. Also, we have 4 candle Fibonacci that we haven't crossed, and I marked it down right here. This is a 4 candle. This is a 3. Might well just take it out, and I feel like we're gonna get stuck inside of this box because we should have dropped already. The only way we're gonna drop down and break this major support right here that we are right now for the S&P 500 is if it's Trump in the middle night attacks Iran, or tweets something about attacking Iran, or tweeting something about never mind, I'm gonna continue attacking these fuck faces and I'm gonna go shoot them, whatever, just bad news. As long as we keep hearing bad news, hold up. Okay, that's why I put them there. Okay. All right, so these are 8-hour candle. These are 12-hour candles. This is a weekly. This is a daily. So it got inside of here. That's why in the morning it did this bitch. That's why in the morning it did this fucking fake out. There was a 1-hour trend occurring. It did a fake out. The market got inside. Also, not just a fake out, it broke a weekly, the week where we closed this last week. This is 2 weeks put together. This is 2 weeks ago plus this last week closing. So this is important. Besides that, all these are just daily 12-hour candles, 3-hour candles, or whatnot. So the key mental price to break is this weekly and hold is this weekly line. So since we came down here and it seems we were fading on down, I said, no, we're not going down. It doesn't make sense why we're going down if Nvidia is coming out in 3 days and the FOMC, so they're gonna try to maintain it in this range right here. That's why all day was just doing this. It wasn't shooting up, it wasn't shooting down. We're just buying time here. We're just buying time because of FOMC is coming, and then Trump fucking lined up the air by fucking saying, you know what, we're not gonna attack him, so it's less pressure on the less pressure on the S&P 500. It's like, okay, now I can rally up a little bit, sustain, instead of having like, oh shit, we're gonna attack overnight, and as we attack, the market will start sinking and whatnot because of the fear. So since that's out of the way, it's just listening to Trump in the morning and expecting the FOMC and the video to come out. So since that's on everybody's mind, it doesn't make sense to me why it's gonna break down and come all the way down here, then at 6 in the morning start going down. What I feel like if that at 11 to 11:45, we're either gonna shoot it up here, come up here at 2, and just buy time here again. Buy time in this box. In particular, we want to break these two boxes here, but we have a 4 candle Fibonacci and a 15-minute. Let me see if it's still in the same area. Yeah, still in the same area. It's only going to change once we break this range right here. Notice how after this, we just been in between here. We need to break into this zone, break these 8-hour, whatever you want to call them, support right now. These 8-hour prices go on down here, and here either at 3 in the morning or 2 we're gonna start breaking on down and sort of fake it as the market opens, or we're gonna sustain here 3 or 4 and be up in this range. The only thing that's gonna bring us down and break below this is if we attack somebody. We're gonna say we're gonna attack somebody, um or the yields start spiking up during the nighttime. That's the only reason why we're gonna start dropping during the nighttime. And as you can see, yields is still holding strong. So we gotta keep track of this area right here, pretty much. Where the fuck is it at? There you go. Yeah, so we gotta pay attention to this area, and in particular, this area right here, but also right here. Change the color to red. Move it. Move this one back. Move this one back. Then move this one back. Alright. Maybe this green and this red. There you go. This purple maybe. There you go. Alright, I'm gonna put an alarm. Triangle. Entering triangle, exiting triangle. Inside. Outside. I think it's this one. Yeah, outside, and this one's inside. Or how was it said? Anyways, all right. So then go back to oil. Oil's another one. If oil goes to yeah, right here, line right there, and for the SPY, it's gonna be well, this one we're looking. So I feel like for now, 11:45 to 30, we're gonna be up here and bullshit for the day. Cause we don't got no data. We got nothing. We got only Trump, his tweets, and these fuck faces, whatever we're gonna say. And then so since technically we already oh no it's 10. So tomorrow since tomorrow is already gonna be tomorrow and so what's gonna happen is we either are gonna have a bad day tomorrow and overnight come up into this area, or we're gonna bullshit in this range again and close somewhere here or here to make it up here again. But if we break and we close here for the day, it's more of a yeah, we're definitely gonna start going down to me. Because the market is not too excited and looking forward to this. It's more scared. You don't have, especially because we don't got no data to push it. Normally we'll have data Tuesday. We'll have data in the morning before the Fed. So the data will keep everybody looking forward to. So keep the market happy, bullish, especially in the morning it'll reverse and start going up, expecting the data to come out good because it's about labor market. But since we don't have that, we're just being held by Trump tweets and the Fed member speech tomorrow. That's literally what's holding, and Nvidia and FOMC on Wednesday. That's the only thing keeping us. So him keeping us off war is keeping the market less stressful. That's why you're seeing this more bullishness. All right, I'm just pretty much repeating the same thing. Like I said, we're either gonna come down here 3 4 in the morning, sustain this, depending how strong or how good or how the sentiment is. Because now that he stopped the war, now he's gonna say something in the morning, so that's gonna drive it in the morning. Your 8 9 in the morning speeches is gonna drive that if he is gonna talk about it. If not, he's gonna mention it around 10 or 11, and then that's gonna move the market more. Because we don't got no fucking data. And also, Bitcoin's telling you that Bitcoin and Ethereum and XRP, they're waiting. They're waiting for that comment. They're waiting for that. It's showing you right here. The fact that you have Bitcoin holding on a daily uptrend, the fact that you have Ethereum above a weekly, just holding above a weekly 50 Fibonacci, the fact that you have Ethereum holding above a 3 monthly support where we closed last month. All this is bad. All this saying, hey, get ready for a nice dump tomorrow. XRP holding in the fuck danger and fuck zone, in the Mayday zone, because you don't got shit after that. All you got is this. Support wise, all you got is that. Look how strong we've been stuck in that area. This area is very, very strong. So the fact that we break down through this and start dropping, and we got no other cushion to all the way down here. Watch that shit. We got cushion down here in this region. And that's what we're holding right now, right here. So we break this, we're gonna go down to this range, 117, 118. All this is screaming, crypto is screaming the S&P could drop any fucking minute now, or this is bottom and we're gonna hold again with some sort of fucking. But we're gonna go down, you guys. We're gonna go down the next couple of days. The whole crypto market is screaming, even though people don't see it. XRP, Ethereum, and Bitcoin are synchronized with the S&P 500, so it tells you how the it tells you how, it tells you. That's enough of that. Also indicator right here. This indicator, this is my baby. So MACD rise right now. Forward candle. We're in Mexico. We're in Mexico, and this is bad, you guys. Again, this is your support right here. See the market. See the market. Think of it as S&P where it's at right now. Think of it as it's on a flying island. It's on a, you know, like Dragon Ball Z, where that fucking guy fucking floated in the air. It was up any fucking way. So just imagine you're in a floating island. The floating island has a foundation, a support. Once you start breaking that main foundation, so you're barely holding on right here. Your next foundation is gonna be right here. That's your last life support. You break this, you break this life support right here. You're gonna go all the way down here. But so pay attention to this shit, yo. Either we're gonna get saved with Nvidia and the FOMC, even though we're ready to hear bad news about rates, bad news about the economy. So I feel like we're gonna go back down, and then we're gonna end up closing somewhere here for Tuesday, and then jobless claims on Thursday is gonna sort of save us, or fucking keep us, bring it back down, and break this support that we've been on holding for a long time, and finally break it and finally close somewhere here. It's gonna be a nice time to fucking make some fucking good money, especially next week. We got important fucking data, and oh my god, it's gonna be fucking dope. Day trading wise, option wise, good time to make money with the S&P. Fuck yeah. But yeah, that's where you're not seeing it break down. That's where you're not seeing it have this pattern. That's where you're just seeing it do this, because we're waiting, we're hoping that, hey, FOMC, Nvidia, please give us that push, or it's gonna be that, oh fuck, sell, fucking we're going down. It's gonna be like that. But these motherfuckers have to play their cards. Next week we got important data. This war's been going on for too long. He's either gonna keep doing this and taking advantage of these push on down because of the war, and motherfuckers are gonna play with this. That's all they're doing. They're playing with your emotions. They're making you feel like, yeah, we want to stop the war, but they don't want to give us the right deal, you know? So in a way, they're just using this war as a way to make money from the market, as a way to dilute the market, get money out, get money in, make it look clean, make it look nice. All right, I'm out. I'll probably make a video to see in the morning how it played out. This is Brian Seacrest signing the fuck out, folks.